All right, we're back. Hopefully, we don't have another issue again. Unfortunately, the internet stream is the drizzling, you know what, and it's absolutely terrible. It's been terrible. It's something I continue to work on for you guys, and hopefully we'll get it addressed. We might have to make some more adjustments in the quality of the feed, and you know how much I hate that because I love to have a top quality feed for you guys. Because if there's one thing that I cannot stand, or two things that I cannot stand, is a bad connection to where you guys are getting a bad visual feed or a bad audio feed. Those are a couple of the things that just absolutely drive me bonkers, and I cannot stand it. That's what gets me to stop watching YouTube videos or Facebook Live videos or anything, is those grainy pictures and everybody's on their, they're on their cell phones or whatever the deal is. Don't do that, guys. For future reference, and we're going to get off of the sports topic here for just a second, and we're going to talk about about doing this stuff and the complexities behind it. Let me tell you something. You guys are going to learn and understand that this is the biggest pain in the ass that you're ever going to deal with when it comes to this type of stuff, especially for me, because here's the thing. I live in a predominantly rural area, and so you're fixed with the amount of bandwidth that you can receive, that you can get. And so you're stagnated at about usually like 30 megabits. And that's on the upload, on the download. But on the upload, you're usually getting like 1.5, maybe 2 if you're lucky. You're not getting that good. So you really have to be careful about how you coordinate these things in the software to make sure that you're getting it set up correctly, so that way you guys get a good quality feed and it's not consistently dropping feed. But from day to day, as you guys know, feeds will have a tendency to come up and go down. And that's what we've been dealing with here lately. So Starlink, you can't get here any sooner because I think most people, especially in places that are outside of the city cores, are really kind of fed up with that type of stuff. But anyway, that's my rant for the day. I apologize for the loss in connection again. We're going to continue to keep working on that, but we'll jump back over to the comment section. Byron, good to see you. Good morning. Thurman, you are asking then what team will relocate to St. Louis. That's the thing. We're making an assumption that a team is going to relocate to St. Louis. There doesn't need to be, okay, well, who's going to do it? It's the same thing with the NFL. It's not about who's going to do it or what's going to do it. It's about the fact that the NFL or the MLB or the NBA or the NHL want to use St. Louis as a linchpin, in this case the NBA and the NFL. They want to use St. Louis as this, this proverbial sawhorse, if you will, and play peekaboo with the fans in the city and, well, just the market in general, and say, it's kind of like those commercials, the old guy with the fishing rod and the line, he had $1 on it. And, you almost got it. That's kind of how the NBA and the NFL treat St. Louis. Oh, you almost had it. And that's, folks, you got to understand that these people are all in this for about money. And there was something that I saw just here a couple of days ago, and it was an interaction on Twitter, and I won't necessarily name names, but it was a pretty predominant person that I highly respect in the sports media world in St. Louis, had become interactive with myself and a group of other people that were involved in a thread talking about St. Louis getting another football team. And the conversation quickly degraded to, you have to, that this individual in question had said, well, you're going to have somebody here that wants to have a team, and you're going to have corporate sponsors that want to spend money on it, and this want. And here's the thing. I understand that when you talk about the money aspect from a fan's perspective, I get it. And this other person that I talk about that I highly respect in the business should know better that at the end of the day, I think that there's a lot of personal feelings that are clouding the thought process with a lot of people about how these things work. This is a business. It's a cutthroat, nasty, get down in the mud with the pigs type of business. They don't care about what you think. They don't care about what you feel. They don't care. From a fan's perspective, you're a fan, hence the root word fanatic, hence that root word of fanatical. Where do you think that comes from? We're always going to be supportive of our teams, or we're always going to be supportive of our market, hence the root word. And so you have to make these judgment-based decisions. And how I have managed to come from being such a huge football fan over the years, is distancing myself from it. When the Rams left in the end of 2015, and we knew they were gone in 2015, but when they officially voted in January 2016 to allow the team to leave and go back to the Los Angeles market, I completely removed myself from the narrative of football as a fan. I removed myself from that. So then I started seeing things from a completely different perspective, from a completely more logical avenue in how they operate their business model. And that's how I became more and more successful with being able to ascertain whether or not, they were going to specifically do something. Okay, well, I'm going to specifically do this, or I'm going to specifically do this. At the end of the day, it's about money. And if they see money on the table, they're going to jump on it and they're going to take it. And that's the way that it goes down. And if people want to get upset about it, they're fine to get upset about it. But you're coming at it from a fan's perspective. You're not coming at it from a logical, linear perspective of a business person who only cares about